before the hearing they want to have that issue addressed, they have to pay 50% of the arrears. So at least the landlord has some money in their pocket, and then they can dispute over who owes who. But you can't be like, you didn't fix that $500 hole in the ceiling, so I withheld $30,000 worth of rent.
This episode is brought to you by Shrubs.me.
So anyways, all right, let's talk about this because this is the last thing we got to talk about. So fighting
Last
delays,
thing?
building faster act 2025.
We better come up with more stuff. What time is it? Oh, okay, we're
Huge.
good.
Okay.
What's
So,
this? What's this?
Fighting delays and building faster act.
This is
2025.
huge,
This
you
is the
think?
new proposed bill.
You think this is huge?
This is like hot topic this week.
Hot topic. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But it's not going to mean anything.
Well, listen, I'm a landlord, so to me, having a few small changes to the landlord tenant board makes a difference.
Like
okay?
what? Which ones?
So you got ability to raise new issues on the day of rent arrears hearing is no longer going to be allowed. So now a tenant, unless they've come up with the issues that they have, that they want to address, they can't just be like, well, I owe you money because you never fixed the roof leak. You know what I mean? So you got to be, trying to be very,
Document.
in advance, raising those type of issues. Okay.
Mhm.
Unless if they
before
want,
they could
if
just
if
make
they
shit
want to
up at
have
the
any
hearing?
new issues at all brought up during the hearing, so like before the hearing, they want to have that issue addressed, they have to pay 50% of the arrears. So at least the landlord has some money, okay, in their pocket, and then they can dispute over who owes who. But you can't be like, you didn't fix that $500 hole in the ceiling, so I withheld $30,000 worth of rent, because that's what people do. They show up and they're like, well, he never painted the bathroom after the mold on the ceiling, and da-da-da-da-da, and you could still see it.
Look at
right?
this paint chip.
So they got to pay 50% more of that. If there's N8 serves, so the people who are persistently late, they're going to define persistently late, because serving an N8 over and over and over and over again never leads to anything, and that you never actually get the eviction. The adjudicator is just like, you promise to pay next time on time? Okay, and that to be actually get an order where if they are ever one day late again is easily challenged and it never goes anywhere. Compensation requirements. So before it used to be you have to pay them 1 month's rent to leave. Now they're saying if you give them, that's a 60-day N12 notice. Now they're saying on a 120-day notice, you don't have to pay them anything. So there is no rent compensation, which is pretty cool actually. Because a lot of people, the 60 days is short when they're legitimately wanting to move in. And for them, giving them 1 month's rent's a big deal. And so now it's like, no, I'm not going to give you any rent. It also helps us negotiate with tenants, because when we're negotiating with tenants, we're going to say, look, we're going to take you to the board. We're going to get you out, and that you're only going to get 1 month's rent. Right now, I'll give you cash or keys. We'll give you 3 months rent to leave. So it's a negotiation point. Now I'll be able to say, we'll give you an N12 and we're going to give you nothing because we'll give you 120 days notice.
Yeah.
So you're going to get $0 or you take $5,000 today to leave, and let's get this show on the road here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And usually those are problematic tenants that you're going to be doing that. Rent arrears eviction notice period. So when you serve an N4, there's 14-day period. Now you can start filing your eviction after 7 days. So that's a little bit faster. And that they're obviously trying to find more information on getting orders and decisions easily accessible, which helps with transparency. And some lease term stuff that is being changed too. But there's also a lot of development stuff, development tract things there that I thought you might have understood. I sent you the link.
No, I've seen it. It's all a bunch of...
It helps. It adds. It adds.
But it's an idea. It's not even close yet. And it's all
proposed.
stuff.
It's a proposal.
It's a proposal. And what happens after the proposal, if it doesn't get completely reamed and destroyed and rewritten, turns into a bunch of motions to do research, right? And to hire consultants to figure out how all this stuff is going to work. And then anything that actually does make it into legislation, it's like, I don't even know how long it will be.
But they have a majority government. So if Doug and the boys are introducing it, like chances are this is going to go through. And it all seems very reasonable. So that's why it's important.